that is the basics of top roll, hook. Now we come to the press. Pressing, shoulder commitment, tricep, side pressure, bicep as well, it's all involved. Tricep press, classic tricep press involves a lot of cupping and shoulder commitment. Pec as well, pec, shoulder and shoulder commitment is huge. Setting up fairly high, coming across, huge supination. Once you get that supination and that shoulder is committed, cupping in and driving down. Now when you drive, it's not a tricep extension unless you're way stronger. It is jamming up tight. My hand's not touching my shoulder, but it can't actually go any further really either because my bicep is tensed against it. Squeezing your lat, dragging your elbow into your body, and it's twisting with your hips joining to the table and driving. Generally, you'll be moving forward. This pushes your opponent's arm out and generally will get you a win if you're close. Now, if you get out there and you can't finish pinning them and they're holding, a good trick is dragging back. You can see with all that pressure, if I'm loaded up there, if I drag back, the arm drops down. Try that. It's a great move if you're so close to the pad and just can't quite finish. A quick duck back and you'll often get the pin. The other option, flop pressing. This is very hard for a lot of people to do well and painful. I recommend if you're going to train it very carefully with your teammates who hopefully are going to look after you, explain what you're doing so they don't rip your arm off and you can get better at it. The reason you flop generally is you either got a weak wrist and you're forced there, or ideally you feel that if you can get your shoulder committed, you will be able to press them if you've got a great tricep and maybe not as great a hand. The reason for that is when you flop, you're giving up something to your opponent that they think they're taking, and that gives you a moment in time where you can commit your shoulder. So as they're spending time and effort taking that hand, your shoulder is pushing forward to engage your tricep so you can get from this position to this position. So it looks like this. So the time I'm giving up my hand, I'm driving my shoulder in behind, using bicep and lat to drag my shoulder in and my elbow in as I'm pressing down. Again, you can go forward, back, depends what you want to do. But the reason you're giving up your hand, ideally, is because you feel like you can bury their bicep, their hand, because their bicep's weaker than your tricep press. Works generally better against someone low hand top rolling because it provides a platform for you to press down on. If someone's posting up very high, it's harder to flop press against unless you can get them out here, because the higher their bone is vertically, their forearm, when you flop, you're actually pressing down, essentially trying to press down the bone, which obviously is not going to be very efficient. And ideally with a flop press, you are flopping to target their bicep, so they're riding at here and it's flopping down like that. You're right, pushing their bicep down. They're the basic moves. I think that's pretty much covered it. I hope that is helpful. I hope you guys have learned something. If anyone has any questions, any ideas they want to see made into a video, I'd love to try and help you guys out. So there you have it, guys. We've got the press, both the shoulder roll, cupping press, and the flop press. I hope that's helped you understand a little bit more about those basic moves. That wraps up the basic move arm wrestling series that I've done. I hope you guys are learning a lot from these videos. If you like the videos and you are learning, please hit the like button and share around with your friends, your teammates, anyone you train with, anyone who knows arm wrestling, wants to train, learn more about arm wrestling. Also, if you like the channel, like what I'm doing on it, please subscribe. That helps out a lot and I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot, guys. Stay strong.